Today, we are ranking all 158 special illustration rare Pokemon cards in the Scarlet and Violet era. This is an absolute insane list that took me so much work to curate, and if you're a collector or an investor in Pokemon, this is the absolute perfect tier list for you. Let's get right into it. Now, since we have 158 special illustration rare Pokemon to get through, we're gonna have to do this pretty quickly, but first, I want to go over the different tiers. We have GOAT. Of course, these are the very best. You need as many of these as you can in your collection. Next up, buy this card. You definitely want a few of these or at least one in your collection. Next up, absolute mid. This is an okay card. You can keep it, you can sell it. In my opinion, it is actually perfectly mid. Next up, sell and buy better cards. What this means is basically if you have these cards in your collection, unless you truly love them, I would recommend you sell them and buy the better cards on this list. And finally, trash. Absolutely the worst cards possible. Things that I'm actually sad that you ever purchased in your collection if you don't like them. I mean, these are the bottom of the barrel, worst of the worst cards that you should not ever get. But I want to get right into it. Now, first up, we're going to start with the Scarlet and Violet era and work our way all the way up to Destined Rivals. Black Bolt and White Flare is not in this set, but don't worry, I'll give my thoughts on it at the very end of this video. Now, first off, we have Spidops, and in my opinion, this is absolutely trash. I do not like this card whatsoever. I think it's a very cheap, not very nice looking card. It's very easy to pull. No one really enjoys it that much. Next up, Miraidon SIR. I don't think this is an absolute mid card. I think this card is actually really cool, but I feel that Scarlet and Violet base SIRs are just not desired enough. Personally, I do not think this card just has what it takes to be in the buy this set or GOAT list. I do love Miraidon as a Pokemon, but I don't think I'll cut it. Next up, Gardevoir. In my opinion, Gardevoir is a buy this card. It's a beautiful card. It's definitely loved. Gardevoir is one of the best Pokemon, and of course, it has that trio with the Ralts, Curlier, and Gardevoir all forming an illustration line. That is absolutely insane, and I absolutely love that card. Next up, Great Tusk. Great trash. You're going in this pile as well, because honestly, I do not feel that many people like this card. I don't think Donphan is a Pokemon that's had much love, and I don't think they ever needed to make a special illustration rare version of this Pokemon. I don't think it's that great. Next up, Koraidon. In my opinion, sell and buy better cards. I think this is an okay card. I think it's a lower tier than Miraidon. For that reason, I'm putting it in this list. Next up, Iron Tusk. In my opinion, this goes in the same category as trash, though I have to say I like the artwork a lot better than Great Tusk. If I really wanted to, I could put this in sell and buy better cards, but you get the gist of it. It is not the best card in my opinion, and I don't love it that much. Next up, Arven. Arven is okay. It's a very playable card, but I really just don't think it has much going for it. It's not very nice art piece in my opinion. Next up, we have, I think, what is this, Iraq? Oh, Jacques. We have Jacques next. I thought it was Iraq for a sec. It's a very small screen. Now, Jacques, in my opinion, also goes in the trash tier list. Not a great art piece, but Miriam, I do think, is in buy this card. It's a beautiful card, and I really like it. It was one point the most expensive card of this set, but right now it's sitting pretty. I believe the PSA 10 is very cheap. It is a great pickup. Next up, Penny SIR, also from Scarlet and Violet base. I like this card a lot. I do believe it's about the same tier as the Miraidon. It's a great card, but nothing too special. Next up, we have Masquerade SIR. In my opinion, this is also absolute mid. It's a very nice card, but nothing special. Wo-Chan is, whoa, please don't buy this, trash right there. Skeledirge SIR, I also think it goes in absolute mid. I like it a little bit better in terms of artwork than the Masquerade, but I also feel that it just doesn't have enough going for it. Now, Chi-Yu is an interesting one because I do believe the artwork is very nice, but I feel like the popularity of this Pokemon is really holding it back. Nobody cares for Chi-Yu, let's be really, really honest here, so that's why it's going in absolute mid. While Quaquaval is actually worse than the Meowscarada and the Skeledirge, because personally it's not my favorite of the trio, and I feel like it's a very lazy artwork just having it right in front of the mirror. Next up, Chien-Pao. In my opinion, this is going between buy this card and GOAT. If you see the artwork on this Pokemon, it is absolutely gorgeous. It is beautiful in all ways. It has exactly what you'd want in a Pokemon that embodies this ice spirit. It has all this kind of the snow around it. It's a beautiful, beautiful Pokemon. It's very cheap in PSA 10. It's very cheap in raw form. I do believe this is so close to GOAT for me. I feel like if you want, you can put this at the very top of buy this card. And also, these are all subject to change. I might move this up later. I might put it down. We will see. Next up, we have Tinkatuff. You are Tink trash. I don't like this Pokemon at all. I think it's for very obvious reasons going in the trash tier. Now, Ting Lu, you can put in sell and buy better cards. I think Ting Lu is very okay. It has some pretty okay artwork in general. I mean, it's nothing special. It's not competitively viable. I think it's a very okay card. Now, Squawkabilly is an extremely playable card, but that's not going to carry it because we're doing investing and collecting. And if you want cards that will be investable and collectible for the long term, you got to go with GOAT and buy this card. But Squawkabilly, in my opinion, goes in sell and buy better cards. Boss's Orders SLR, same thing. It's just a very playable card. For that reason, Dendra and Geocomo are going in the same list. I believe actually Geocomo is going even lower because Geocomo just looks so bad. And finally, we actually have, it seems to be Grusha. Grusha is a pretty nice card that was actually, again, once the top chase card of this set, aside from Iono, which we're going to get to in a second. But I think Grusha goes in absolutely mid. It's pretty mid. It's an okay card. I think it's very nice. But in my opinion, the top chase of this entire set, the best card in this entire set, and the first card we're ever putting in the GOAT status is the Iono SIR. Still extremely underrated. One of the most popular and beloved Pokemon of this generation. I know it's not an actual Pokemon card, it's a trainer card, but it is so cheap right now. If you see the PSA 10s, if you see the normal raw prices, this card is such a steal. You have to get as many of these in your collection as possible. You know it's bad when I don't know the name of a trainer card, so you're going right in trash. But Ice Cube, I feel like, is a very interesting card. It has some very beautiful artwork. I know people don't think Ice Cube is a very nice card, but in my opinion, Ice Cube has some really interesting artwork, so I'm putting it in absolute mid. Charizard SIR from Obsidian Flames. I know a lot of people like this card, but it has such an high popular port. It is so easy to pull. It's not very nice looking in my opinion. I feel like the artwork is very, very lackluster. I'd put this in absolute mid, which I know is crazy. Wait, you're putting Ice Cube in the same range as Charizard SIR, but you gotta remember, there are some amazing Charizard cards. This is not gonna be one that I feel like is looked at as much, and we have some other great Charizard cards coming up, so you can wait for that. I just don't feel like it's in the same level as the other cards and buy this card or GOAT status. Now, Pidgeot, in my opinion, also goes in sell and buy better cards. I don't like it that much. I think it has very lackluster art, and I feel like it's not a very beloved Pokemon. Next up, I don't know who this is, and I can't see the screen because it's so many cards packed on this one screen that I legitimately can't see it. But I do think from here, I do see the artwork, and it does look pretty nice. It's pretty intricate, but it's just nothing special. Sell and buy better cards. Again, I don't know your name. A lot of the trainers are not very special to me, and this is just a little girl, it seems, so it's going in trash tier. There's not much artwork going on. There's not a story. There's no connection, and there's absolutely no reason to buy this card. Next up, Reverum SIR, the last card of Obsidian Flames. I like this card a lot. I think it has some kind of steampunk, almost Mad Max type vibes. I think it's pretty cool. Again, going in the absolute mid tier. Now on to Pokemon 151, one of the GOATs of the Scarlet and Violet era. If you want to see my actual ranking of every Pokemon set, I have that linked in the description and the little thing below. But I want to tell you that I really like the SIRs in Pokemon 5-1, but I have to say some of the SIRs that I like are not the original trio. Like this Venusaur, I love this Venusaur a lot, but in my opinion, it's absolutely mid. I think it's very, very nice. It has the same artwork that goes with the Gardenia's Vigor. I think it's a very nice card, but I don't think it's anything special. If you compare it, I do not think it beats out any of the cards in this buy this card set or tier, and just my opinion, it doesn't cut it. Same with the no-neck Charizard. It has too high of a pop report. Its pop report is 20,000. It is way too expensive. This should not be a $1,000 card. This artwork is one of the worst Charizards we've seen in a very long time. I know that might be a really, really rough opinion, but if you take a look at every single Charizard card we've had, even for the last 3 years, you're gonna see that it is not very special. Now, a lot of people say, put this and buy this card, buy a copy. It's only like $200. But let's be honest here, if you want to actually invest or collect, you want to buy cards that aren't being looked at as much. These cards in GOAT and buy this card tier list are the absolute best because they are underrated, undervalued, and will become more expensive. I believe truly, if you buy all the cards in this GOAT and buy this card, tier, you're gonna make way more money, way more ROI, and have a much better collection than if you just bought one Charizard. Because you have to think that this Charizard is actually the same price as probably all these cards in the GOAT tier, plus some others we're gonna add. So it's really, really interesting, and I don't feel like it just deserves it. Blastoise, again, same tier, don't love it that much. The whole trio, I think, is just very bland and very basic. I think nostalgia is playing the most part. Alakazam, I like a lot, actually. I do have to say, Alakazam is like borderline buy this card, but I, again, don't think it has enough going for it. Zapdos, on the other hand, is going in I think it's going in GOAT for me. It is so cheap for what it is. It's a beautiful card. It has one of the nicest artworks. It's Zapdos, one of the legendary birds, original 151 Pokemon. Now, all these guys are also 151 Pokemon originals, but I feel like the price of this Zapdos card and just how amazing it is compared to the PSA 10 Pop Report, compared to how expensive it is, just warrants it being in the GOAT tier. I think it is a definite buy. And actually, in my opinion, not to say that this Erica goes in the same tier as buy this card with the Miriam, with the Gardevoir, with the Chien-Pao. I think it is a beautiful card. I think it is very, very undervalued. I think the artwork is way nicer than any of the cards in Absolute Mid for Pokemon 5-1. The Venusaur, the Charizard, the Blastoise, the Alakazam. I think the Erica absolutely clears those cards. Giovanni's Charisma is also really nice, but I don't think it actually does very much for me. I think it's a nice callback. I think it's a nice card, but again, Absolute Mid. You're going to see a lot of these cards are going to be in Absolute Mid category because, you know, mid is not a bad thing. It's okay. And okay is a lot of these card works and a lot of these artworks. That's the truth. Garchomp, the first card from Paradox Rift. I think Paradox Rift is absolutely an underrated and amazing set, and I'm putting this in buy this card. I think it's a beautiful card, beautiful artwork. Garchomp's a great Pokemon. I think it has a lot going for it, and it's one of the first Pokemon that I feel like actually had nice artwork for a Terra type Pokemon. Golisopod, I'm putting in Absolute Mid. I think it's very okay. Now, Tapu Koko, I feel like is actually a lot better. The colors on this card are absolutely popping. They are beautiful. They're sensational in my opinion, and I do believe that they just don't get enough love. I mean, this Tapu Koko is gorgeous, and the Alola region is one of my favorites, so I do think this is very underrated and going and buy this card. Iron Hands, I think, is just okay. It's mid. I don't want to explain too much about it. It's very, very okay. Same with Iron Valiant. It doesn't have enough going for it. Iron Valiant is not one of the two popular Pokemon from this, you know, Paradox Rift kind of set, so I do feel like Iron Valiant is just, it's not cutting it. And Sandy Shocks, in my opinion, my humble opinion, goes in absolute trash because I don't think anyone likes Sandy Shocks. I don't think it has a very good altered version of the original, you know, Magnemite. I don't think it's very, very good. I think it is a very, very boring excuse. And I said very, very a lot because I do think it's a bad excuse for a card that was supposed to be an alteration, a variation, and the artwork is very, very bland. It reminds me a lot of the Durant we're gonna look at later. And again, I think it's the same artist. That artist does not vibe with me. I do not like it at all. Now, we're gonna look at Roaring Moon. In my opinion, Roaring Moon goes in the GOAT tier. You're gonna see every card in this GOAT tier is not just underrated, undervalued, but also an absolutely beautiful, beautiful art piece that honestly, if blown up and removed by all the text, could be an actual piece of artwork hanging in a museum. In my opinion, I love this card. It's underrated. Now, Goldango is also a nice card in my opinion. It's mid to, in my opinion, sell and buy better cards. I think it's actually in this tier. I don't think it's on the same level as some of this Venusaur, the Charizard, the Blastoise. I think it's very, very okay. I have to say, I'm putting Ice Cube back in the sell and buy better cards tier. Ice Cube is just not cutting it. I don't know what I was thinking there. Altaria, I do like a lot. I think this goes in buy this card. It's a little expensive right now for what it is, which is just Altaria in SIR form, but I do think it's still a very, very nice card. Now, my least favorite part of all these sets is going through the trainers. Parasol Lady goes in trash. I mean, it's just a woman holding a parasol, not very good. I think Mela is a very, very underrated card in my opinion, and I think it's gonna be one of those cards that really catch up to you in the future in terms of price, in terms of just absolute love. Now, we also have the two main professors. We have Professor Sada, which in my opinion is sell and buy better cards, and we also have Professor Turo, which is in the same tier. These are very lackluster cards. We also have these two extra cards that I don't even know the name of that are both going in the trash tier, because if I don't know the name of your card and I think your artwork is that bad, you're obviously going in trash tier. But now we are into Paldean Fates, one of the GOATs again of the Scarlet Violet era, an absolutely beautiful set. We're starting off with Bubble Mew. And in my opinion, this teeters between buy this card and GOAT. Yes, it's a GOAT card in terms of how popular it is, but it is way too expensive for what it is. It is a beautiful card. I think I have to put it in GOAT status just because it's just so loved. I mean, even if my opinion isn't that it's the very best card, I think it's so loved. I think it will eventually climb and be one of those cards, but it has such a high pop report. If it was my personal opinion, I think it teeter between buy this card and the GOAT tier, but that's just my opinion. I think it's still an amazing card. Now, Gardevoir, in my opinion, beats Bubble Mew. It clears it by far. It's so much cheaper. It's like $90 USD a card. The PSA 10 is $220. If you think about that compared to the $1,000 Bubble Mew, I mean, it clears on every level in terms of what you're getting on your return, how amazing it looks in your collection, and the artwork on the Gardevoir is so astronomically stunning. I don't think you could ever say it's worse than the Bubble Mew. I think it absolutely destroys Bubble Mew in so many different aspects. Charizard, I think, is below both these. I think it's a very nice card. but I just don't think it cuts it compared to these guys. I still think it's a really good card. I mean, it is the Charizard, it is beautiful, but I think it's a little bit too high in terms of pop report, and I don't think it has enough going for it. All these illustration rares of the trainers are kind of mid. Arvin, in my opinion, goes in the same tier. Actually, no, it goes lower. Let's be honest here. It's sell and buy better cards. This also mid. Iono, in my opinion, is actually still really nice. Buy this card. We also have this guy, mid and mid. I do think actually the Penny is a little bit nicer as the Umbreon in it. I think it's a nice card. I think it goes in absolute mid. But now we are on to Temporal Forces. This is a really, really underrated set in my opinion. It has so many great cards. We're going to start on with Iron Leaves. Iron Leaves, in my opinion, absolutely mid. It's a great card, but nothing special. Next up, we have Gouging Fire. I like Gouging Fire a lot. I do believe it's very underrated. It has a very nice background, and I do believe it's the best version of these altered form. Entei is a great Pokemon, and I do believe it is in the buy this set tier. Walking Wake, also in my opinion, is nice, but not as nice as, you know, the Gouging Fire, so I'm putting in absolute mid. And again, Iron Crown, this was once the chase card of the entire Scarlet and Violet era for a little while, which is absolutely insane to say. This was the #1 card for just a little bit of time if you look back on it. I think it's very okay. Many people thought this was going to be the absolute king. I still think it's very undervalued right now, being a $90 card. It was once the chase card of the entire set, and I think it still is. And actually, no, there's one card that does beat it, but I do think it will return back to this range one day, and it's still a great purchase. Next up, we have Iron Boulder. I mean, I got a little older, and I liked it a little bit less. This card goes in sell and buy better cards. And finally, the best card, in my opinion, of this entire set, we have Raging Bolt SIR. This goes in GOAT tier. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. It really reminds me of if there is a portrait of prehistoric times. It is a beautiful card, a beautiful version of this Pokemon. I love it a lot. It's very goofy, but at the same time, very, very nice. Now onto the trainers that are kind of mid. We have, I think, Bianca, who's going, in my opinion, in sell and buy better cards. We have Bree, and Bree is going in trash. We also have Morty's Conviction. I think the ganger on it makes it look really, really cool, so I'm putting it by this card. And then we also have Salvador. Salvador is not very good. I think the artwork is very experimental, which is really cool, but I think it's going in sell and buy better cards. Next up, the cards from Twilight Masquerade. Sinistea is sadly not going to make it through past trash because it is not a very nice card. Now, the Ogre Pawns are very, very interesting to me because I do feel like their artwork is all very, very similar. I'm putting them all in sell and buy better cards, whether it be the Grass Ogre Pawn, the Fire Ogre Pawn, the Water Ogre Pawn, and I also do think the Ground Ogre Pawn has the same feelings. Blood Moon Ursaluna is next, and I think Blood Moon Ursaluna is actually going in GOAT. I like this card a lot. It's very, very, very underrated. You know, it is extremely underrated, extremely cheap for what it is, which is the second best or third best SIR in the entire set. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a great depiction of almost like just a bear in nature. It has some great Pokemon in the background. I love this card a lot. And of course, Greninja. If it wasn't so expensive, I would put it in the GOAT tier. But if you really want to compare Greninja's artwork, many people love it, many people hate it. I think Greninja just doesn't stack up to the cards in the GOAT tier with the price it's at. It's a $300 card, and if you compare that, you could buy 3 Ionos, 4 Zapdoses, 4 Roaring Moons. You could buy 4 Gardevoirs. You could buy 1 Bubble Mew. And I'm just saying, it just is way too expensive for what it is. I feel like I'm going to put it in GOAT tier because I feel like I'll get roasted if it's not there. But if you're talking about investments and collectability purposes, I feel like it is very expensive for what it is. In my heart, I put it in buy this card, but I have to just put a little higher because it is what it is. Carmine, I do love a lot. I feel like it goes in the GOAT tier as well. It's a beautiful Pokemon. I actually got this card for my friend because he loved it so much. And that tells you if a person who doesn't play the Pokemon TG at all likes a card so much, you know it means something. It means that it should be higher. The Carmine SIR definitely deserves that GOAT status. Next up, I'm looking down because I can't see the names very well. Kieran is actually a very, very interesting Pokemon card. It has a lot of interesting things going for it. It's very nice in artwork. I put it in sell and buy better cards because I feel like nobody cares about Kieran, and I do feel like trainers just aren't loved as much. Now, we also have Lana's Aid. I think Lana's Aid goes in mid just with Perrin because I feel like both these cards are very, very mid. They're exactly like middle of the line. They're okay, but I don't think they have anything special going for them. If you have them, keep them. But if you don't, there's nothing interesting to pick up. You don't really need to buy these. Next up, we're on the Shrouded Fable. In my opinion, the worst set of the Scarlet and Violet era, and for good reasons, because you're going to see how I like these cards. Okie dokie, trash. Pheasantipity, sell and buy better cards. You have Pecharunt going in sell and buy better cards. and you have Monkey Dory also going in trash. By the way, I know these cards are very playable, but I don't care because they look very, very bad, and they're also not going to be good investable or collectible purchases. Now, finally, we also have what looks to be Cassiopeia SIR, and in my opinion, this goes in sell and buy better cards. These are both like really, really low tier cards. This entire set just never did anything in my opinion. I believe it's one of the worst sets in a very, very long time, but I mean, they're all pretty bad investability. Next up, we're moving on to Stellar Crown, and I think that this is a very, very mid set. This is, in my opinion, like middle of the line, nothing special, nothing too valuable, nothing too crazy. We're gonna start with Hydrapple. Hydrapple goes in sell and buy better cards. The Tarantula Galvantula is actually a really nice card. In my opinion, this goes in absolute mid, and joining it in absolute mid is actually Terapagos. I don't think the Terapagos deserves buy this card or GOAT ranking. I believe it's very, very mid. I don't think it has anything special going for it, and I don't know why it's at the price it currently is. I think it just is lacking a chase card. The whole of Stellar Crown doesn't have this good chase cards going for it. Yes, I know it has that Squirtle and that Bulbasaur, but it's just nothing. It's nothing that great. I do think the SIRs from this set are very, very middle of the ground, and I don't think they're, again, anything too crazy. Now we also have Dash Bun. Dash Bun, in my opinion, a lot of people like it. I put it in sell and buy better cards, the second lowest tier. I think it's also very mid. It's nothing too insane. It's nothing too special. It's a dog turned into a piece of bread, man. I mean, what's happening here? Next up, Briar. Briar, in my opinion, doesn't have anything going for it. It's going in sell, buy better cards. And Lacey also goes in sell and buy better cards. Basically, this whole set, aside from the Terapagos and the Galvantula, goes in the sell and buy better cards tier. Now, Surging Sparks, my favorite set of the entire Scarlet and Violet era. No, that's my opinion. I can hold that to myself, but I think it has some of the best cards in the entire era by far. Now, again, I remember I talked about this. This Durant is not cutting it for me. It is the same artist as I think the Sandy Shocks, and I don't think it cuts it for me whatsoever. It has no interesting things about it. It's just ants on a pile of dirt. That's what it is, and I don't think it's very good. But onto the amazing cards of Surging Sparks, and the reason it's my favorite set, we have Milotic going in GOAT. What a beautiful card. What a beautiful artwork. Connecting with that Feebas. This card is absolutely insane, underrated, undervalued, and I think it's going to be one of the gorgeous, amazing cards that we look back on of this era and think, damn, this was underrated. Now, Pikachu SIR, in my opinion, goes and buy this card. I don't think it's at the same level as things like Milotic. I don't think it's as good as the Gardevoir or the Zapdos or the Iono. I think it's a very okay card. And there's nothing wrong with being okay. I think it's actually better okay. That's why I put it in buy this card. But it's just not very special. It's not very good artwork-wise. I think just because it's Pikachu and because it's been established as this #1 card, it has become the #1 card of Surging Sparks. But over time, I do believe that the paradigm will shift, and that soon there'll be other cards that I put in this GOAT tier that are actually going to eclipse it by far. Next up, Latias. I do believe that Latias is actually going with Milotic in the GOAT tier. This card is absolutely beautiful. It could just repeat itself perfectly, just like what Surging Sparks and Team Up did. You know, Team Up once had the Pikachu and Zekrom card full art as the #1 chase card, and then it became the Gengar, it became the Magikarp, and of course it became the Latias and Latios Tag Team GX. I'm not saying this will reoccur, but I'm saying that things do happen the same way a lot, and there are cycles that are very, very repetitive and very easy to spot. I do believe that the Latias has a much better artwork and it is much cheaper, so I'm putting it in the GOAT tier. Hydreigon also going in the GOAT tier because look at this. It is a beautiful card, and for $40, you cannot tell me that this won't be a, what, $400 card one day in 2, 4, 5 years. I believe it's definitely going to be up there, and it has the same level of artwork as these other three from Surging Sparks. It's drawn by Kiragawa, one of the GOATs of Pokemon artistry, and I do believe it deserves the GOAT status. And we also have the Duraludon. Duraludon, in my opinion, goes in trash. I hate this artwork. I'm sorry to say. I don't know if you're a Duraludon or an Archaludon fan, but it's nothing going for it. It's not a very good card. And I don't think any collector or investor should have this in their collection unless they just truly love it. Next up, Executor. I feel like Executor goes in between absolute mid and buy this card. I think it's very nice. I do like Executor a lot. And I think it's actually a very nice card. It matches perfectly with the Terra background and the Terra border. In my opinion, it is the same type of artwork, if not worse, than the actual Pikachu from Surging Sparks. I do think they're very comparable in their artworks, and I do actually believe that the Executor is a little bit better, but I'm just going to keep this way because it is what it is. Definitely a card you should have in your collection. Clement SIR is going in absolute mid. This is an okay card. Next up, Drayton also going, and actually no, you go and sell and buy better cards. You are just not that good. Jasmine also going and sell and buy better cards. And Lizzie's Appeal goes in absolute mid because I feel like the only thing carrying this card is just the fact that it's a waifu Pokemon trainer card, and I don't believe it actually has that good artwork in my opinion. Third to last set, this one is an absolutely insane one. Of course, it's Prismatic Evolutions. This is going to be crazy because it has the most SIRs of any set. So we're going to go through this really quickly. This is already a pretty long video, but let's try to go through this because I want to be as subjective and just giving the best opinions as possible. Leafeon, my opinion, absolute mid. It looks very okay. It's kind of fine. Ogerpon, the grass type, goes and sell and buy better cards. Flareon, absolute mid. The Armarouge SIR, in my opinion, looks amazing. It goes and buy this card. Now the Fire Ogerpon goes in sell and buy better cards, honestly. Vaporeon also goes in absolute mid. Glaceon, absolute mid. The Palafin SIR also goes in sell and buy better cards. I know a lot of people were gassing this card up, but it's just not it. We also have Water Ogerpon going in sell and buy better cards. Jolteon, I actually like this Jolteon a lot better than the rest of the Evolution SIRs. I don't know why. In my opinion, this goes in buy this card. Iron Hands SIR has some pretty trippy artwork, but it's just not enough to pull it up. I believe this goes in sell and buy better cards. Espeon goes and buy this card, and so does Sylveon. These are absolutely beautiful cards. I actually think Sylveon, in my opinion, goes in the GOAT tier. I think this is a beautiful card. You can't tell me it's not an amazing card. I think it's actually better than the Umbreon, in my opinion, because no, I do feel like the Umbreon is a much better artwork, but the price that the Umbreon is at compared to the Sylveon is not justified, but we're going to get that in a second. Iron Valiant, again, a reprint of a card that I think is just not necessary. It doesn't have that much going for it. Sell and buy better cards. You're going in that tier. Iron Crown, again, it has a much better artwork piece in the buy this card tier, so I think it goes and sell and buy better cards. Next up, we also have Sandy Shocks. Why are they making so many Sandy Shocks cards? This goes in absolute trash, along with, I think, the Ground Ogerpon, because I think it looks the worst out of the 5. So I'm putting it in the trash tier. I don't think it looks that great. Now we're on to the Moonbreon, the Sunbreon. I know whatever you want to call it, it is what it is. This card is pretty transcending. It is pretty amazing. It is beautiful. I think it has a better artwork than a lot of the cards in this GOAT tier, but it is just so expensive. $1,800 or whatever, $1,000, whatever it may be. I think $1,800 is the PSA 10, but $1,000 for this card is absolutely unjustified with what you could get. You could get, I think, 80% of the cards in this GOAT tier for the same price as this Umbreon. I have to put in the GOAT tier because it's just so iconic, but if you really think about it in investing and collecting terms, it should be in this buy this card tier, if not the absolute mid tier, because of the price of this Pokemon. Roaring Moon by Shinji Kanda, another great card. In my opinion, this goes in the buy this card tier. It is beautiful, it is awesome, it is a Shinji Kanda card, so what else can you say? Patcherunt, again, sell and buy better cards. Goldango as well, sell and buy better cards. We also have Dragapult SIR, which again, not great artwork. You're going and sell and buy better cards. And the Eevee SIR going in absolute mid. I think it has some okay art, nothing too special. Next up, we have Raging Bolt. Again, Raging Bolt already has such a nice card, so you're going in absolute mid. I don't think it actually builds anything upon its previous. I don't think it's that great. Blood Moon or Saluna, you're going in sell and buy better cards. Again, nothing special, nothing too interesting. It is just a reprint of a card that is already there, and same as the Terapagos, nothing special, nothing insane. I don't believe that it deserves a spot so high. Amara goes in trash. Drayton goes in trash. I think that the Crispin goes in sell and buy better cards because I like the red around it. Next up, we have Jasmine also going in trash, showing the socks. Very, very weird card. Next up, we have what looks to be another Kieran card going in trash. And finally, the Lacey card. We're going to put it in sell and buy better cards because I think, again, the pink pops very well. Next up, we're on to Journey Together. An absolute banger of a set. The second last set we're going to cover. I like this set a lot, so I feel like my opinions will be a little bit higher than most people, but we're going to see right now. We're going to put the Volcanion by this card. This card, again, is an absolute banger. I think the artwork looks really, really nice. It is very undervalued. It's a $15 to $20 SIR. You cannot think that this card will not be $100 one day. It is a definite pickup. The Iono's Valuable goes in absolute mid for me. It's kind of expensive for what it is. It's not that great. It's not that nice of a card, and the artwork just not pops. It doesn't pop at all to me. The Lily's Clefairy goes in absolute mid. I don't like this card artwork. I don't know why it's the top chase card of the set. I don't believe it has any different appeal. The only thing it has for it is the Lily. I think Clefairy is a very basic, very boring Pokemon card. The background of the field, the grassy field, all the greenery is very boring as well. And I do believe this card will be overtaken by other cards from this set for being the top chase card. I do believe that the Clay's Clefairy will not be the top chase card for long. It'll be dethroned very soon by much better cards like the Zorak, which in my opinion goes in the GOAT tier. It absolutely deserves it. It is a beautiful card. Zorak cards are my favorite. Zorak is my favorite Pokemon if you don't know, so there could be some bias there. But Zorak is one of the most famous male trainer Pokemon cards. I mean, he is absolutely the GOAT of the Black and White era in my opinion, and Zorak is such an amazing Pokemon. This card is absolutely insane, definitely deserves GOAT status. Now the Hop Zacian is not that great to me. It has very basic artwork, and I don't think many people like Hop or Zacian, so it's going in sell and buy better cards. While a complete contrast is the Salamence, which is going, oh, where is it going? It is going in the GOAT tier because it is an absolutely beautiful, stunning Pokemon. It is definitely better than the Zorak, but I think both these cards could deserve this GOAT S tier status. I think they're both insane. The Salamence is so cheap, so underrated, definitely one of the best cards in the entire Scarlet Violet era. I love this Pokemon so absolutely much. I definitely want to get a PSA 10 or at least a couple raw copies of this card before the end of the Scarlet Violet era. This is an absolute pickup, an absolute must if you're investing or collecting Pokemon, because this card will skyrocket very soon. Just wait, look back at this video. You will be absolutely surprised in 2 to 3 years when this card is $200, $300, $400 raw, okay? Next up, we are on to Destined Rivals, the very last set we're going to be covering before we go on to the promo cards and talk about Black Bolt and White Flare. Now, the Yama, again, not very nice card. I think it goes in sell and buy better cards. It has nothing much going for it. This Yangma SIR, I don't think anyone really likes Yangma as a card, and there's nothing much going for it. Now, the Moltres, in my opinion, actually is a very beautiful artwork. We are going to put it in the buy this card tier. An absolute amazing Pokemon card. Very, very, very beautiful. Definitely one that is underrated, but I do feel like it's still pretty expensive. If you have it in your collection, definitely hold it, definitely keep it. If you want and you want to get this card, I think wait a little bit because Destined Rivals is such a new set. I feel like the prices will come down, but in the Scarlet Violet era, I do believe it deserves a buy this card tier. Ho-Oh EX SIR, a great Pokemon card. Ho is a beloved Pokemon. I believe it also goes in the buy this card tier. Now, I do think it's a little bit overvalued right now. It has the Ethan in the background, it has a beautiful artwork, but again, I just don't think it is that crazy. It's nothing special. I do think it is still it's a legendary Pokemon, legendary bird that deserves to buy this card tier. But again, the GOATs are the GOATs, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Mewtwo SIR, again, in my opinion, this card deserves the buy this card tier. It is the second tier. I don't think it's anything better than the GOAT tier. I think the artwork is nothing as good compared to something like the Test Tube Mewtwo back in Shining Legends, or even any of the other Mewtwo artworks we've gotten, like the Tag Team Mew and Mewtwo cards. I don't think it is expensive enough to actually be a top chase card, and I also don't believe it's cheap enough to go in the GOAT tier and be underrated. I think it's actually a little bit overrated for what it is, and that's just my opinion. Now, the Cynthia's Garchomp I like a lot, and this is also going and buy this card tier. I think it's very beautiful. Cynthia and Garchomp are both beloved Pokemon that are extremely just enjoyed by the community, and I do think those will one day rise up to the top ranks of the entire Destined Rivals, set. I do believe it actually might be the second or third best card of the set. Right now it is number 2, but I don't think it has that much going for it. It's a great card. Cynthia's a great card. Garchomp's a great Pokemon, but there's nothing special. There's nothing amazing going for it. And Nidoking, in my opinion, just has nothing going for it at all. I think it's going in trash tier. And this might be because people are loving Nidoking and it's just a really, really nostalgic Pokemon. I mean, Nidoking, sorry. People might just think this is a really nostalgic Pokemon and they're putting it higher than it is. But if you really take a look at this artwork, it has nothing going for it. It's very plain. It's very, very lackluster. There's nothing interesting going on. It's just hitting the ground. If you really want, I'll put this in sell and buy better cards. Okay, it's not exactly trash. It is still a nice Pokemon card, but has nothing going for it. It's definitely not deserving of a higher tier. And Crobat SIR going in absolute mid. A beautiful Pokemon card in my opinion. Definitely a very, very interesting artwork with all the Golbats and all the Zubats in it. I think it is very, very interesting. It's just some artists really had fun with this card. I like when an artist has some fun, some interesting aspects to it. I'm saying interesting a lot, but I think it's just a very, very quirky card. Arven's Mavastiff goes in sell and buy better cards for obvious reasons. Now, same as Ethan's Venture, I think this goes in sell and buy better cards. It could also go in absolute mid. I think I'll put it there just because I think it has a nice artwork than most of these cards. We also have Team Rocket's Ariana going in sell and buy better cards. This isn't a good enough waifu card to go any higher, and I don't think anyone will actually debate me over that. Now, Giovanni, or Team Rocket's Giovanni, goes in again, I think absolute mid for me. It is a middle of the line, nothing special. There's no Team Rocket in the actual background. These are not interesting Team Rocket characters. There's no Jessie, there's no James, there's no actual Mewtwo card. This is a very lackluster Pokemon. And finally, onto the SIRs that are promo cards. Now, these are actually very interesting because they're really easy to come by, but at the same time, they're also very underrated because they are so easy to come by, and they've had this huge spike, this huge promo card boom. Now, the Iono, in my opinion, has nothing that good going for it. You can go and sell and buy better cards. There's just so many better Iono cards. Now, the Kingdra and the Greninja I actually like a lot. I believe the Kingdra can go and buy this card. It is a beautiful Pokemon, definitely one of the nicest. It is the nicest Great Wave Pokemon we've seen. Definitely better than Greninja, but I do feel like Greninja still deserves to buy this card tier. It is a beautiful Pokemon. It is still very, very cheap for what it is. And yes, there's a high pop report, but pop report sometimes does not matter as much in the long term. And I do believe these are two cards which pop reports will not affect too heavily. We also have the Mew from the UPC. I love this card a lot. Definitely going to buy this card tier. It is a beautiful card artwork, but I do believe there's better Mew cards. And again, there's just such a high pop report, and it is not rare enough. And finally, the Cake Eevee going in absolute mid. I don't think it has anything going for it. I think it's very mid. It is what it is. Now, quickly, as I said, I wanted to go through the Black Bolt and White Flare SIRs. Now, for Black Bolt, I have to say that Superior goes in absolute mid. I think it's a very, very okay card. Nothing too much going for it. Kyurem, I'd put in buy this card. It's a very, very nice artwork. I think it's really, really nice. I have to say a lot of the cards in this are really high. Zekrom, buy this card. Meloetta, buy this card. Excreal, buy this card. And Genesect also goes to buy this card. If you don't know, buy this card is the second highest rarity in my opinion. They're beautiful cards. They're beautiful, amazing cards. They're a little bit high in price right now, so I don't think they should really be looked at this moment. I think wait a year or a couple months and they'll definitely be a lot cheaper of a price, but these cards are definitely insane looking. They're definitely gonna be looked at in the past, and they're very popular Pokemon. The only reason Zekrom, in my opinion, doesn't go in a tier higher is because I think it's very expensive at the moment. And Ends Plan, again, goes in, I think, absolute mid. I don't think it has that much going for it. There are better Ends cards, and also it's just a trainer card. There's no Pokemon in it. Now for White Flare, we have the Whimsicott EX, which I think goes in the sell and buy better cards. I don't like Whimsicott as a Pokemon that much. I think it's very mid. Reshiram goes in, I think it goes in buy this card along with Keldeo and the Hydreigon, while the Jellicent and the Bouffalant go in mid tier because they're absolutely mid. There's nothing crazy going on. Still okay artworks, but again, nothing too insane. They are what they are. I do definitely think that the Keldeo is a beautiful, beautiful artwork. I think it reminds me of the Lord of the Rings, kind of that part where they meet the elves. I think the Reshiram EX looks absolutely insane. It almost looks like that kind of attack from Evangelion. And the Hydreigon EX looks like it's in Gotham City. I think they have some great themes going for them, and they're very strong. The Hilda, in my opinion, goes in absolute mid. There's nothing crazy going for it. I don't even know who Hilda is. And last but not least, I want to take a look at the BWR cards. I don't know if these are considered special edition rares. Whether they are or they aren't don't really matter to me. I do believe that all three of these cards go in the S tier, go to tier. In my opinion, I think they're absolutely insane. They're beautiful. They're absolutely so new, so interesting. And I do feel like if they continue this kind of line of these BWR or these chromatic cards, I do believe they will keep rising. That is the video. Those are the cards. This is an insane ranking, an insane video. I'm so happy I got to do this. Please let me know your thoughts down below. Again, goated cards are all cards you should be buying, and buy this card, of course, you should have a few, if not at least one in your collection. Again, so fun to do. I love doing these tier list videos. Please let me know all your thoughts, if I got someone's wrong, if I got someone's extremely right, if some things are more undervalued or less undervalued than others, and what you think in the comments below. I hope you have an amazing day and an amazing week. Peace!